God, there's just so many amazing flags here today. Obviously, we have our great Union flag, we have a UKIP flag, we have the Don't Tread on Me Gadsden flag, we have the Canadian flag, we have the gay rights flag, we have the Kekistani flag, we have the Israeli flag, we have the French flag, we have everything here of the free nations of the world defending freedom. We even have an EU flag. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Free speech, he's allowed to be pro-European Union, that's okay. He's wrong, but it's okay. By the way, how about Brexit? We are leaving! We are leaving! Theresa, we are leaving! Alright guys, it's hot, it's hot. You've stood out here a very long time. We're going to kick it off right now with your first speaker. We have Richard Inman, this guy who put his own life on the line for this country and for what this country represents. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Richard Inman.
Good afternoon, London. I've been looking at something that's been happening behind us, and I think somebody's just turned up the heat. It's a sunny day, and the temperature's getting turned up politically as well, and that's why we're here. It's a song written several years ago, and I hope it's going to be sung later on today. The first line of that song said this: you've got the words to change a nation, but you're biting your tongue. We're not going to bite our tongues anymore. We're not going to be silenced anymore. See, we are the silent majority. And the people that tried to close us down earlier on, the people that tried to silence us, they are fascists because they hate freedom of speech, and we are patriots because we love freedom of speech. I walked down from Speaker's Corner. There were thousands of us there, and we had a banner, and our banner said this: we are here to defend your freedom of speech, and the DFLA and the Veterans Against Terrorism are here to defend your freedom of speech, and here we stand. We can do no other. I want to tell you a very quick story about freedom of speech. In Belfast a few years ago, there was a 78-year-old minister of religion, and he preached a sermon that was very critical of the Islamic religion. And in that sermon, this man said this. He said, Islam is heathen. He says Islam is satanic. He said Islam is a religion spawned in hell. Friends, that is freedom of speech, and that man had the right to say it. But for that sermon, that man was dragged before the courts. He was 78 years old. He was suffering from cancer, and his wife was suffering from dementia. Now, thankfully, he was found not guilty of the false hate crime that he was supposed to have preached. But you know something about that man? He stood his ground. He didn't bow, he didn't bend, he didn't surrender, and we mustn't surrender freedom of speech either. Friends, this is the first Freedom March, and I want to tell you something. It's going to be the first of many. 32 years ago, I joined the British Army. Yes, I am that old. 32 years ago, I joined the British Army. And when I joined the British Army, I joined to defend your rights to freedom. And all my colleagues did as well. But I didn't think that 32 years later, I would be having to stand here and defend your freedom of speech again. Well, I am, and I want to tell you something. 32 years ago, I would have died for freedom of speech. I am willing to die for freedom of speech today. And more than that, when I look into your faces, I see that you're willing to die for free speech as well. We have a motto in the Veterans, and it goes like this: if you're attacked by terrorists, you don't run, you don't hide, and you don't tell. You stand, you fight, and you protect. And today we're standing for freedom of speech. We're fighting for freedom of speech, and we're protecting freedom of speech. We will never be defeated. Thank you very much.
Yes, London! Way! Free speech. It's a funny one. Oi, oi. We all want to be free to say what we want to say when we want to say it. But not everyone understands that. They don't realise it works both ways. You can't preach a way of life or an ideology and then cry about it when someone disagrees with you. You've got to man up. I've been told to speak a bit closer. It's like whipping up a storm and then moaning when it rains. I don't agree with you. I'm a big wanker. And that ain't the way we roll. Now, we haven't got to agree on everything, and that's what makes it fun, disagreeing. How do you expect to spot a moron if you deny them their right to speak? It keeps the dickheads at bay. Just take Ali Dawah as a prime example. Yes, please. Now just have a little look what political correctness is doing to the comedy scene, to the comedians. Look what it's done. It's killing it stone dead. We can't even have a laugh anymore, in fear of offending someone. Comedians no longer know where to draw the line. Back in the day, there weren't a line. You could laugh and joke about what you liked. Sexuality, weight, race, you name it. If you found something funny to say about it, you could say it. Bear with me. It's my first time doing this shit. I quite like it. So we were free to say what we wanted to say back in the day without offending people. And then we had this generation of snowflakes come on board. The easily offended. The top-knot skinny jean, tampon wearing, brigade of wet wipes that pull the victim card to keep you quiet every single time the debate doesn't go their way. And as it stands, we are allowing it. I just want to be clear, right? It doesn't matter whether you're left, right, in the middle, or completely confused, like Diane Abbott. Yes! It's not about what wing you're on today. It's about collaborating and putting together. Remembering we're on the same team and fighting for the same thing, the freedom of speech, so we can say what we want to say.